My cities always look so
janky.
I've got like the idea in my mind,
Yeah.
and then I see other people's cities, and they're like perfectly
My
laid
cities
out.
don't-
I'm
they're-
just like, that's why I'm doing this in the game, man.
Dude, my cities don't last long, man. I don't
They,
go far.
you
Dude.
just tear each other
dude,
apart.
once they get pissed off, I can never fix
You're
it.
like, calm down.
Yeah, I can't get them to calm down. The
They riot.
garbage, the rioting, electricity stops, the water stops. It's just out of control.
Yeah, now I want to pinpoint that we, in the district creation, we already jumped to the last bit, adding services. So as we play the game, we can choose how the different zoning goes, how much industrial space, how much residential space, how much commercial space there is, and also we get to add infrastructure and so forth. But that's as you develop the city, you research inventions, then there will be a lot more tools to shape the city. And what Helge just did, he placed the most important place, which is the city hall, because that's where the political layer takes place.
That
and
makes sense.
It's a bit like a palace in the civilization. But it creates the basic services for the citizens, so they don't run out of screaming that there's no services in the city. So
Start with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, as you progress your city, state, like, do these, like the first city hall, do you have to like keep it from falling apart? Do you have to like do upgrades to it?
Not to the city hall.
Oh, okay.
For the other institutions, you can upgrade.
Okay.
And for the municipal services, schools and libraries and such, those you can influence by adding extra funding and so forth. So they become a bit more powerful and so forth. So now, since the Emperor gave it the first district, we don't have the parliament yet or the city hall yet, so it was used with the private funding. Now the tutorial waits until first people have moved in, so that the background logics can start rolling up. So we wait for a couple of months, and then we get the next step.
Oh,
we
people
already
are just
see
so
that.
look, it's
Yeah.
happening, man.
Yeah.
Twitch Haven.
Yeah, Twitch Haven.
Yo, this new town.
I heard that there's fresh.
You hear that city
They're
hall?
streaming in that mine over there. Oh God.
And basically, even more often than creating new districts, you go back to the old ones and you modify them. You add more services or add more buildings there or infrastructure. When you learn out that, okay, these people are missing this kind of stuff, and then you have maybe invented extra stuff. So here you can see basic information already with the first settlers. There is 217 people. They are spread into 5 different social classes. Some have already found jobs, 73% of them, and so forth.
That sounds good.
Yeah, there is a lot of more information, but I think at the early stage you don't really need to care about that. But when you have like 5 districts, that's the stuff that you want to be looking, so you can optimize the city and see what the citizens actually need.
Okay.
And now we have unlocked also a school, which provides one of the key six services for the people. So I would want to pinpoint the top of the screen that there is the different services that the citizens need in order to be happy. And the happier the citizens are, the better the businesses are doing, as well as they vote for different parties based on what's wrong with their lives. So we have social life. They need to have also security services, good physical environment, so it's not completely polluted, health services, personal growth, as well as places to have fun.
I started laughing because I started thinking, what's wrong with their lives? I was like, is there a therapist?
Yeah.
I don't think you can fix what's wrong with mine. I need help.
In third era, there will be therapists.
What?
There we go. He's got you covered.
Got it. Oh, man.
He's got you.
Yeah. Okay, school system is also
That looks good.
a bit more important.
Right.
Lots of green.
When it's a green, uplifting thing.
That looks really
has to be
good.
Good.
Yeah,
What if that's like really bad?
It showed that now the citizens are getting personal growth services from that school. But it also provides brain power, one of the key resources there. So let's have a look what we can do with the brain power. So this is our glorified tech tree, basically. I'd say it's better than tech tree. It's a progress cloud.
Oh.
So everything new that you can build, add, rule in the city, you unlock via the progress cloud. So you can have extra gameplay elements, like from the Bessemer process, you can unlock so that you can choose the density, how densely built the districts are, as well as how the industrial zoning and the commercial zoning and so forth are. But at the same time, you also unlock different types of building, like with the thermodynamics. you get to have fire station, institution called railroad station and port, which provide the services for all the people, not just within the range that we saw with the school, that there were 2 service ranges where it reaches.
Okay.
As well as we get to unlock new businesses. The citizens don't just get those services from you, the player, but also from companies operating in the city. So if we research, for example, this thermodynamics, then clothing stores can start appearing in the city, which provides social life services for the citizens. So they can go there and get their services also from the companies.
In the very beginning here, it's in era 1, it's just a few things to research, or it's not like research, is like supporting and bring it to your city, because not a city is not researching things, you know, it's not like in a God game that you are inventing everything. In the later areas, it's a bit more. For example, in the second era, it's more,
Oh, whoa.
even more, even more.
Yeah. So these are basically all either buildings, infrastructure. Some are boosters, some are edicts like can the shops be open on Sundays or not? Or should the metro
everything should be
free?
open on
There
Sunday.
it is.
Everything.
The internet,
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, the internet should be open all the time
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Maybe not on St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah, I
don't
think
know.
it's
No.
super cool to be making a game where we can have the internet as well as sexual revolution and
Video
a
games
Bessemer
as
process
well.
at the same
It
game.
all
So
comes
it's
together.
from
Yeah.
very different
does.
edges.
Yeah.
It's I'd say
Future
it's
stuff
super
here.
cool stuff to
That's
take
super
on
cool.
there.
Yeah, digital distribution, social media,
Yeah.
fair trade. I thought it said the fair. It's like, oh, you guys have the fair.
Bringing it back.
They were bringing it back. Deep fried corn dogs
Yeah,
in the fair. So that's
giant
all
turkey
in the-
legs.
Giant turkey legs.
Yeah.
Can we have those?
yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so now where are we going? What are we doing
So
now?
did we choose thermodynamics here, or is that
Yeah.
what we went with?
Yeah.
I think
So we're now, as game goes on, research point always goes to the thermodynamics, and we see that it requires 400 research points. So in a couple of years, we will unlock this idea, and we get to build the stuff that thermodynamics brings.
For every family crest that you pick, like, does it matter what you go? Is there a different strategy for each different type of
The progress cloud stays the same for all the families. You do get certain bonuses, like the science family would be more better at earning the research points. So
That makes
you
sense.
could you could play differently because you know that you're covered with the brain power. So.
Okay.
Play to your family's
Yeah,
strengths.
yeah.
There's a lot of time that's popping up the question, is there any difficulty level or whatsoever? It always depends on how you play, what family fits best for you. And we
Yeah.
have complete different experience with all families because they have their own stories, they have their own events, but usually we'll
Yeah.
proceed with that when we see it in the game. So go back to city view.
Okay. So this city screen is the only place where time goes on. When you're in the progress cloud, the game is paused, and you will be spending a lot of time also in the city council, because this is the place where the political decision making takes
That's
place.
where it
People
all
just
goes
yell at each
down.
other.
Yeah.
You
They're not wearing any
Sarah!"
wigs.
Yeah. So basically, you can do a lot of the same stuff as in city builders, adjusting taxes, increasing or decreasing funding, but also pushing through edicts. And that whenever you're trying to do something, there will be votes about it, and then you need to scheme with the parties, try to appeal them. If one party hates you, you may try to find some dirt
Yeah.
on them.
Can
and
you
back
put
them.
everybody in jail? Can you make a police state?
Oh, but you can,
Can you do that?
You can spy on them and
Yeah.
you can
Oh,
dig
okay.
up
That's not
shit in
bad.
their family and stuff.
Oh
And
yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we want to
Yeah.
do, man. Yeah, we
you
want to
can
dig it
behave
up.
like this.
Yeah.
When it comes to election, this can save your
Your campaign.
yeah.
Yeah, you can say you can say ass. It's no big deal.
Oh, sorry.
We all
Okay,
have
is that
them.
okay? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, but-
no, it's all right.
Okay,
it's
that's
all right.
cool.
You
Even
can
more?
say it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
we do the
and
tax
the
first.
big thing about the political parties is that there will be all throughout the game there will be 15 different parties. So the starting 3 aren't the only parties that take place in the game, and the AI behind the parties, they are kind of like NPCs for the player. How they behave is based on that political compass that we see on the screen. So usually the left-wing parties are happier to have high taxation and more funding for the services.
Yeah.
Right-wing parties are the opposite. They would usually tend to suggest that, hey, let's cut the tax rate and decrease funding. If the party is conservative, they usually support everything that tries to get back into the old ways. And liberals naturally are happy to try out new stuff and bring new ways to the city.
Okay.
And the goodwill, how much the party likes you, that also influences that maybe they would otherwise be against you, against the decision, but because they like you, they move a bit forward. That okay, I guess
so
we can vote
There's
in
so
favor.
much going on. Future Man.
I'm wondering if there's like an old-fashioned duel,
Oh, you can slap somebody.
Just
you,
like-
you boom, and then you go outside and then you shoot at each other.
maybe in the DLC.
I wonder if there's any rave parties in this whole party
I
thing.
mean, maybe.
Maybe.
Now we see that we're slightly in the minus, losing 5,000 each month.
Uh-oh.
So
Oh, that was
it's
a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
I think I lose that much on my rent in San Francisco.
Yeah.
So per month.
That's
Pretty
steep,
much.
steep pricing.
Yeah.
Back then, that's the whole. That was their whole like monthly earning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with since we're losing money, it's a good idea to raise funding, and we see that as we make changes or plan the change for taxation, the parties change their opinion. Like if you increase it too much, the right-wing parties will be totally against it. They will move into the red area, and if you decrease the taxation, then it changes the other way around. That they
I like how it shows you with that graph too, like gives you a general idea of, okay, when you change this, this will be the effect
Yeah.
of that change.
Yeah.
So we're
Okay.
raising the taxes? Is that what
Yeah.
just happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
I don't know. That whole tax thing made a lot of people upset.
We'll see.
We'll see what's going on.
That's what the saying is, that the state can only do what the state can do best is tax people. So we need to do that as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so this shows the summary how the different parties form their opinion at the start, but we can go onward and see any time when the vote is in progress, we can come back into this view, and it shows that where the different parties stand, as well as that 7 council members out of the 61 there have already decided that they're going to be against it.
Yeah.
And 12 have decided that we're running
That's
in
a
red.
good
so
idea.
That's
yeah.
pretty good.
All right, so you
But-
got 42 to swing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the 42 are undecided, so they are
Can
the
you just pay
easiest to
them
influence.
off? Yeah, you just pay them off, right?
Pay them off, or you can plead, demand, threaten, or
Okay.
later on also indeed blackmail if
Oh,
you want.
look.
So-
Whoa, you
Threaten.
can blackmail them
Yeah.
into voting for you.
Yeah.
Man, I'm learning so much. I feel like
This
I
is
should get
cool.
like a college credit for this hour that we're spending up here.
Yeah. So
What's
if you-
is this? Is this guy right?
No.
Is that one you have to swing? I don't know.
You got to plead with them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're playing
In the beginning, I would
good
plead.
guys, right? That the family of the heroes.
Come
So
on,
I don't
man.
think we're gonna get
Good
right into
guys.
threat.
Come
We
on.
can't. You saw what family we picked. John.
Then it's gonna get into the 60s, right? 60s and 70s. We're gonna go to Woodstock eventually, and you saw what kind of mess that
1820
created.
right now.
I want to get to
You're already
Woodstock.
thinking about.
I'm already
Woodstock.
thinking about the party, man.
we will get there
Do we-
eventually,
we
but
get
it will be tomorrow. If we play the whole
Okay.
Yeah,
evening,
yeah.
then tomorrow we're in the 60s.
We finally
so
get into the 60s.
Yeah.
We get to the Beatles, we get to the Monkees, we
Yeah.
get to all the good music.
That would be good.
That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
But we have Beethoven here already in the 90s.
We got Beethoven here. I go. Okay, all right.
Classic.
We got Beethoven. We got Mozart. We got the classics. Okay, fine. These guys are gone.
Okay, sorry. Just wanted to
I mean, like a very classical sense back then.
Yeah.
plead, demand, threaten.
Yeah.
What?
What do I want to blackmail everybody into voting?
All right, you choose.
But you can't yet.
Let's do it.
You need
No,
to,
that's not the
We need
right
to
thing.
research.
He picked a good side.
No, I chose last time.
No, don't put that on me because 42 is already the great number. It's the answer to life. It's
Yeah.
Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Little White Mice created that number. So look, I don't want to be bad. Teach me good.
All right,
What
I'll
do
be
I
a good
do?
influence
Teach me
on
how
you.
to be good.
We gotta plead with these people. We gotta say, come on, listen.
Yeah.
It's for the best of the city here.
All right, so
you
we're
might be
shaking
pissed.
hands.
Look at that.
Okay. So
Offer dinner.
often when you do actions in the game, it pops up dynamic events
Oh,
where
there's
you can then
different ways.
fine tune how do you want to plead them.
Oh, cool.
And
I want to plead him with a $100 bill in my hand. Please, let's just do this.
So pretty much
you
like
got
that.
dinner,
Yeah.
A dinner.
What would
party,
you do? 'Cause you're a
or
good- you're a
express
good
your
guy.
wish in a council meeting or explain the importance. I think you say, listen, come over. I'll cook you a
do
nice
dinner.
meal.
Well,
you have a couple drinks
okay,
going.
let's just see. All
And,
right, we're gonna go with the dinner.
your families meet up, you know.
We're gonna do the dinner.
Okay.
It worked. So you.
Boom!
But how many
Yes!
did you win? That wasn't all of them. That was like 2 of them.
It
And
basically-
you lost
It's the
one.
beginning.
It basically moved the party's opinion 2 steps towards the we approve.
So is that good?
That's good. Yeah.
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 Yes.
I
I
think
thought I overreacted for a second,
I-
and then you started tearing it down.
I
And
don't know
then
what I'm looking at. What's the -1?
The -1 is that some of the party members weren't that happy that you tried to influence them, so you lost a bit of that goodwill.
they didn't like my cooking,
Why are they in
man.
politics
They didn't like
then?
my cooking.
They didn't like your cooking.
You know, come on.
You made some meatloaf.
I burned it a little bit.
I know it was a little bad. They had
Yeah.
pizza back then, right? You made some pizza, or at least you tried the
I
first
tried
time. It was
to.
the first pizza ever made. It wasn't so good.
But that was overall, that was good, okay?
Yeah.
So progress.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now
I think that was like a snail progress.
the decisions need some time before
Oh, they need time. Okay.
the city
Gotta
council is
ease.
now working
It's a lot of
on
dinners.
making plans that
That's right.
how are we going to collect those extra taxes and so forth. So we need to let the time pass and then do their work. We can go back, appeal more if we want.
It's a process.
But it's also a good place to check out all the intricate details. These start to matter more when you have more districts. Then you can compare that. Where are the happy citizens? Where have they moved? What should I do to make the students happier? At the moment, we see that no students have yet moved into the city, but
There's no
hopefully
there's no students.
no students.
city.
Yeah, new city. It's still only 217 people.
Yeah.
It's super early in the game. It will be thousands and thousands of
Okay.
people. So
Okay, so
So-
shall we go through these ones, or shall we?
let's come back to this a bit later.
Okay,
But,
good.
now we can see the city grow a bit more. We see that the modified taxes progress goes a bit forward. So it's a couple of more months, and then the city council is ready to make their decision. And at the same time, also more citizens are moving in.
That's good.
Okay.
Okay.
Now we see that
Dude, that was a good dinner.
That was
Thumbs
good.
up. 27 people now are part of this. There's lots of thumbs
Well,
up
I think
Yeah.
they saw the effects
of the
of
meatloaf.
raising the tax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
Saw the
what actually
positive.
happened.
Oh, it wasn't
So,
actually.
right?
Yes.
yeah.
And so we raised the tax. The city is looking good. So it's, you know, we've got some votes going our way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now they're indeed ready to begin voting. If we want still to influence that the parties would approve, we can still like make last-minute speeches and so forth. But I think it's gonna go through because 27
Look at
already
that.
decided that's almost half already there. So I
But
think
if
we
it
can,
came down to like a super close one, you would want to
yes, definitely
get right
yes.
in there. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So now the
Ooh.
votes
They're
are
like,
being
yay!
counted.
And they're
Yeah,
like,
so-
nay,
Yeah.
yay,
Yeah.
nay.
Whatever you guys are voting for,
Passed.
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 Yeah. So now
People are
the
super happy.
tax rate is different in the city, and we go back to the city screen. We see how the city starts accumulating more money. Look at that one.
Boom.
So it
We're in the
increases.
positive
Money.
right
Yeah,
there.
Yeah.
Okay. Finally in the green.
Yeah.
Ding, ding,
What,
ding,
oh,
ding,
that
ding,
dude's
ding, ding.
that dude's pissed.
Shall we check the house?
Was there one person that
Yeah, it was he's like, I don't know about that. I don't care.
So
There's
basically,
always one hater out there.
Absolutely.
so
That might
basically
be me.
we can
Yeah.
we can also get to know the city better as it evolves in front of your eyes. So you can see how happy certain people living in individual buildings, how happy they are. You can
cool.
check out how happy certain how well certain companies are doing and so forth.
All right.
Can
And
you make any adjustments to that, or is that just for your own knowledge to know?
You see
That's
the
it.
effects
Yeah.
of what you're doing. You also see what parties they are supporting. For example,
okay.
here you see Nationalists 30% only in that building. So you can check all this data for every building. Later for the industry, you can check out how effective they are and so
Oh,
on.
cool.
And so on.
So, other thing than just building extra services is also that we can increase the funding, make the existing ones more effective. At the moment, we basically have only grammar school existing in the city, but let's see what the effects there would be. So, if we decide to increase, we see that there would be more jobs in the grammar school. We see that the middle one shows that the quality of the grammar school increases, meaning that they provide more services,
Better education.
better
Yeah,
education.
okay.
And also the personal growth, they start delivering that in larger amounts. And we can try to increase more. like
Increase more
extra-
because the smarter the people, the better choices everyone
Yeah.
makes, right? Is that
Yeah.
a workout that way too in the video game?
It is.
kind of.
Kind of. Okay.
of.
I mean, all
But
right.
the main point is that if we increase, like, add a couple of more steps, we see
It's a
how
lot
the
of money, though, 32.
political parties, their opinion changes. So it's impossible to get this one through. But later on towards the game,
You might be able to
probably
get
want
that.
to.
Okay.
Yeah.
This looks reasonable, right?
Yeah.
It is also very important when you decide at the beginning that you build smaller cities, like just like 2 or 3 districts, and they have the influence radius from the school or whatsoever. You can say, okay, I just need like 1 school and I improve it to get more brain power. Maybe if you have a larger city, you need to have them in other places. Then you go maybe for more schools
Yes.
with less funding. So
Yeah.
you have to decide how to do that and find a good way to get the best out of it.
That's getting touchy there.
I don't know which one I would do. I don't know. Probably
know.
one school.
North Miami Beach, we have the best school. That's where I went to school. But it wasn't the best school. Like, I went to a school that didn't have the good funding. Which school? Did you go to a school that had good funding?
We had pretty good
Okay,
funding,
so I'm
man.
jealous, man. That's a
We didn't
hard
have the-
choice.
we didn't have the
That's a
beach,
hard
though.
choice. Yeah, we
We
had
didn't
a
have the
beach.
beach,
We had a
so,
beach. We had a beach.
You win some, you lose some.
We lost a lot. We only had a
Like
beach,
this?
man. You can't eat a beach.
You can't?
No, you can't eat sand.
So now Helge suggested that we increase
Is
the
that-
funding
okay.
for the grammar
Back
school.
to that number.
Ooh, this is-
Another vote takes place. They
okay.
start planning how many, who would they hire and so forth. So they
Okay.
need time to process and how is this funding increase going to take place, if it's going to take place. And the same stuff. Now, if we had angered, for example, the Liberal Party, they would be even more diehard against spending
The
more
vote.
money.
Okay.
So the goodwill takes place there as well,
Shall I pick them?
if you want. Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
You plead
What's going on?
because most citizens agree with this, or I really want to fix this issue. Is it a me thing, or is it the people?
Oh, well, I don't know. You're the one that got us here, so you're just driving this shit, man. I'm just hanging out.
I think if you're speaking on behalf of the people, you say, listen.
Most citizens agree with
But
this. How do you know?
I don't know if they do.
Well, I mean, he looked
Can
at
we
the
just
house.
say that, though? Sometimes,
course.
as politicians,
Come on,
sometimes
man.
just say shit.
Just say it.
Right?
Just say it.
Yeah, the citizens agree with this, I think. I'm pretty
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, look at that. Boom. They got,
Did that
you
work?
calm down some people. No, man,
You don't really know.
It's neutral.
How did the game know that? The game knew.
Magic.
We definitely didn't know that. But some of the counters seem to just believe me. Boom.
So we walked around the
Yes.
city. We were looking at the houses and the people, and we're like,
You're the hero
I
of the
see
underdog.
what's
So-
going
Feels
on. I
like
feel
that
like it's
they-
right. This is an internal thing. Look
As
how
a
happy
leader-
everybody
Yeah.
is. Look at that. Boom.
You.
Is
This
it
is
nighttime? What is going
also-
on?
Yeah,
Oh,
oh, yeah.
okay.
I
This is
can
also a
show.
good time to check out one of the companies, maybe. That
Oh.
how is the happiness of the people influencing the economy? Because here we see, for example, can you mouse over? Yeah, sorry, it's a textile company.
So they make text. So that's where texts come from.
From
It came
textile.
Text
textiles.
messages, right?
The text messages come from that. That's crazy.
Miami Beach High School is just shaking their head.
Okay, so they make textiles. All right.
So there is basically the two of the rightmost variables there, quality and efficiency. They are based on the happiness of the workers in that company. All companies have at least one middle class job, and that those working on those middle class jobs, how happy they are, the better the quality, and quality decides how many sales that company can make. And all the companies also have at least one working class job. And how happy those workers are, the other variable, the efficiency is placed. And that dictates what's the maximum amount of sales it can do. So you need both to make both working class and middle class happy so that the economy is booming. And the higher the taxation, the more companies need to make sales. But then if you provide services for the citizens, then the economy is still doing good.
Okay.
So it's a balancing act between like businesses and the happiness of the citizens
Sure.
and the political parties as well.
Everything is a balancing act in
Yeah.
this game.
Yeah, there's a lot of balancing, I can tell you.
yeah.
I have really bad balance.
Yeah.
How do you figure out balance in this? Like, there's so much going on in this. Forget the balancing act of our
that's why-
choices, the choices that you guys had to build the back-end infrastructure to create
Yeah.
this game. What kind of...
Crazy.
That's
challenge
why
is that?
that's why we approach the first era as a tutorial era. It's a lot easier than the coming eras, and the difficulty level gradually increases. Also, the other political parties, they know how to fix things as well. They're not stupid. There is an AI working there as well. So if you're screwing things up, the parties will try to suggest that, hey, can we fix it this way? And then by the time you reach third era, when you actually need to win the elections, the emperor's nomination is no longer enough, then hopefully you already get the basics of or how the things are interconnected in the game. So there's several hours of time to learn when
Just
it's
how to play this.
Just how to play
Okay.
this.
And then if you get voted out, is it over?
Yes.
You
lose when you get voted out.
Yes, yes.
So you could be hours in
Yeah.
if you're not doing the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're not completely cruel developers. We do have an autosave after each election that you win. So if you lose an election, there is an option that do you want to go back 6 years so that then
Okay. Maybe
fix
make a
the issues
difference.
and
Hopefully
then
that's
Go
enough
back in
time to fix
time.
it.
Change
Okay.
the future, dude.
Yeah. So let's see how the funding change vote takes place. Looks pretty safe.
Should work.
What is happening here?
It was a
Okay.
close one.
Yeah.
Still won it though.
Still won it
Yeah.
though.
It's for
Hey,
the people. It's for the,
victory's
it's
a
for the
victory.
good of the people.
Yeah. So it went through, and now if we look at the money, it decreased a bit again. Hopefully it will bounce back as the companies are doing slightly better, but not instantly at least. The third layer for the politics is the state laws. If we now go to the statistics or city data, state laws are bigger than edicts. Edicts are more like town-based stuff that as I said, should the shops be closed on Sundays and so forth. But we also have civil rights, labor law, children's rights, women's rights, and so forth. And when these are suggested for the parliament, larger than the city, you can either support or oppose. And whenever you then appeal, if you oppose and you appeal, then it will lower the opinion instead of moving the parties towards yes. And why would you want to push through these laws is that they increase the amount of brain power you have. So the more progressive society you create, the faster you unlock new stuff from the Progress Cloud. There is another good thing about pushing through the laws is that you get temporary happiness boost to some of the wheel of life values, the fun and social life and so forth. But the downside is that at the same time, it permanently increases the demand for those services, because the more rights people have, they tend to get used to it, and then they demand more, so it becomes more difficult to keep the citizens happy. So at times you may have to work against your own personal morale and oppose something because you know that in the long run it's going to be difficult. The city is already in dire straits. Can we afford to have these rights that the children shouldn't work in mines? Is that really something that we want to do?
I would have kept it going. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cheap labor.
Yeah,
Keep going, man.
Yeah.
See, that's not the right family crest, though. This family crest would have been like, hey, we should never have had kids in there.
Yeah.
Whoops. And I'm like, I want to be like, put more factories in there. Raise the taxes all the way up. I want to make sure my house is huge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yeah, and then soon we will have the thermodynamics, so
Let me
we can
fast
see
forward
that
a little.
yeah. Just like in City Builders, I think there are times when you're waiting for extra tools to appear, particularly with the Progress Cloud. So that's why we try to make the city as lively as possible, that there are stuff happening. You can, on the
We
waiting
learned
time,
something. Okay.
it's a bit quiet. Hopefully the audience on the internet hear it better.
Well, they can also see here,
Yeah.
you know, thermodynamics. That means that they learned how to make a Snuggie, right?
That's it, yeah.
Is that what that means? Keep it warm? Or heat?
That's why it's a big train right there.
Oh, it's a train.
That's why they have
Oh.
pictures too.
There's not a picture of a heating pad. Okay.
That comes later down
Oh,
the line.
all
Yeah.
right.
Later
I
down.
can't wait till we get to that
Yeah,
time
dude,
where
this
we're
is
like,
still only the 18.
oh,
Yeah.
jeez, man.
Okay, let's invent something else. Maybe the Bessemer process. That gives
Yeah.
us more tools to make the different districts very different. So
Okay.
that unlocks pretty awesome tools.
Look at that thing.
That does look cool.
Yeah. And now from the previous step, we unlocked institutions, and they work slightly different than municipal services. Like we have now port and railroad. Let's add one of them, maybe port. I don't know.
Which one shall we go for?
Let's go for, what do we got? That says port will increase happiness. What does the railroad increase?
Yeah.
What is,
It's fun and personal growth.
fun and personal growth?
growth.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Let's get a little fun and personal growth going. Let's get the railroad station. Let's do
Okay.
that.
Oh my, that
Look at
thing's
that
huge.
thing. Whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Some of the, basically these two.
that's gonna put in a lot of work, right? A lot of people are gonna find jobs there. Oh,
Yeah. These two institutions have preset location. Most you can place wherever you want. So the difference between the institutions and the municipal services are that all the citizens get these effects. So they may look like they
Okay.
bring less to the people, but they don't have service range. It's auto bonus for every citizen. So that makes them more powerful than the municipal services.
Okay.
And at the same time, these are also that as time goes forward, you get to upgrade them, and then they become better as well.
Now, is that a permanent decision, or could you also make a port later?
Yeah, you can make a port later as well.
Okay.
So they're unlocked, and
Cool.
as long as you have money, then you can start.
All right,
Yeah.
awesome.
Now we have an event popping up, which is ask your opinion that what's your stance on one of the state laws, the labor unions. Should they be legalized or not?
I'm going to leave this one to you.
wait.
John.
To have a union?
Yeah,
That's a big choice.
that is a huge choice.
Unions were a big deal and they worked then.
Yeah, they did.
Can I make my own contract where it's like, we can have unions then, but if we don't want them anymore, we can get rid of them?
Unfortunately, with state laws, you can't go back. So once it has been,
You gotta give them a union, man. They were nasty people
Yeah.
back. They were making
Come on.
people work. Well, you want a union? Yeah, it's
Yeah.
better. It's
Yeah.
okay. It's
Yeah.
okay. You gotta have it. Yeah, back then
Okay.
especially.
Yeah.
Support that. We'll support that.
So basically, that starts indeed a state law process. Those take longer to push through, and they're more difficult to push through
Yeah.
also. So
Man, we had a choice to not have unions. That's chaos.
That's a big one.
That's a bad thing,
Yeah.
man. That's a bad thing. Can you imagine the big corporations like, you've only been working for 3 months. You asked for a day off? No.
No.
We can't do that. No way. You gotta
Docking your
work.
pay.
You have to work for at least 6 months before you get a weekend.
yeah,
Can you imagine that? Yeah, we're talking your pay.
Yeah.
Every day you take off is a month that we're
Sorry.
not gonna pay you.
yeah. So
So
the
there's-
newspaper always appears when there is something important taking place. Either indeed the state law processes start, or if there has been election and the spread of the council seats have changed, or if, for example, the global economy turns into recession. So we have the 1928 global
Oh, man,
recession.
that was
for
a
example.
bad time.
Yeah.
That was a
That
rough time.
Is that
Gave
say
rise for
stuff?
also the
What does that
extreme
say?
ideas.
That's just.
Are you, you're trying to get to the
I'm
fine
sorry.
print.
Oh my God!
He's on his
You
knees.
did not see that.
Yeah,
You did
I
not
hope
see
you
that.
didn't see that. And I was really, I wanted to click, and then you started crawling to the screen. That's,
Oh my God, that's supposed to be blurred in the
Yeah.
eventual stuff. So you do get the basic idea of the news, what is going on in the world.
Yeah.
But those parts, please, audience in the internet,
Okay.
don't pay attention to that.
Don't worry about it,
nothing.
man. That's not real newspaper stuff.
Yeah.
It just looked like made up words. And I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that. It looks good.
I mean, they did a great job.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't really hear the audio on the actual
sounds
game,
like
but
choo, choo.
is there
No.
like the actual, can you hear?
There should be. I don't.